North Carolina is the second largest pork producer in the United States. There are almost as many pigs and hogs in North Carolina as there are people. However, this industry isn't as good for our state as you might think. Most of these pigs can be found in concentrated animal feeding operations, or CAFOs, which are the opposite of traditional family farms and house thousands of animals. Despite initial hopes that these large-scale farms would stimulate local economies, CAFOs are largely not locally owned and operated, drawing money out of local circulation. The swine industry doesn't just devastate our local economy, it also impacts our state's environment and national health. Unlike human waste, which is treated as to not contaminate the environment, animal waste from CAFOs is not treated. Hog waste is contained in outdoor manure lagoons. Aside from any naturally occurring bacterial breakdown, this manure receives no treatment. While liquid waste forms at the top of the pond, solid waste accumulates at the bottom. The liquid from the lagoon is often sprayed on crops, which can run off into underground water, rivers, and drinking water sources. Manure runoff and contamination can be detrimental to the environment. Animal waste contains deposits of heavy metals, which can be deposited into bodies of water, collect in the sediment, and concentrate while moving up the food chain. The lagoons themselves not only pollute groundwater, they deplete it too. The fecal matter also emits high levels of methane gas and nitrous oxide, both of which are potent greenhouse gases that contribute to global warming. The odor emanating from these manure lagoons infiltrates local communities, contributing to decreased quality of life for local residents and possibly impacting their mental health. These rural residents living around CAFOs often rely on well water, and runoff from manure lagoons commonly contaminates local groundwater with a number of pathogens that cause a wide range of diseases in humans. This contaminated groundwater also often contains high levels of nitrates. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable to high levels of nitrates, which can lead to birth defects, higher infant mortality rates, and miscarriages. Elevated levels of nitrates in drinking water has also been linked to higher rates of esophageal and stomach cancer. Waste management for these CAFOs contribute to a number of air quality issues. As the waste in the lagoons decomposes, it can emit gaseous and particulate substances. Human health impacts from exposure to these chemicals ranges from headaches, eye irritation and nausea, to decreased lung function, cardiovascular ailments, and even premature death. North Carolina's hog farms are extremely concerning. Ammonia, methane, and hydrogen sulfide emissions from lagoons and spray fields can drift long distances, even into the Raleigh-Durham area. Consumers also face risk from the overuse of antibiotics in hog production, which are used to promote growth and compensate for the unhygienic conditions of CAFOs. It is suspected that such livestock antibiotic use has contributed to a rise in foodborne antibiotic-resistant infections among humans. So what can we do to protect ourselves and our planet from CAFOs? Firstly, as local residents, we should get involved in state and local level meetings to demand increased transparency from factory farms. We can place pressure on CAFOs as consumers by purchasing products marked as organic, free-range, and antibiotic-free. Lastly, we should continue to advocate for better farming practices and educate others about the dangers of CAFOs. In this case, it's not the big bad wolf, but the 9 million little pigs that are causing all the problems.